It's time to introduce our characters. First, playing King Ahasuerus, also known as the Duke of Weaseltown. He dances like an agile peacock. Our hero Mordecai is also flipped off, dressed up ready for the snow. And now playing our Vashti. She's the Queen of Ice, Elsa. And now, the princess who saves the day, Queen Esther, Princess Anna, is here. And finally, he's the bad guy we all like to boo. Prince Hans, also known as Payment! He's gonna lie and cheat his way to the top, just like in the movie Frozen. All right, you guys can take these seats. And me, I'm the narrator, and my name is Olaf. Hi everyone, I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs. Our story begins far away from the kingdom of Arendelle, in a kingdom called Persia, where there are lots of deserts. A snowman like me could melt telling the story of Purim in such a hot desert land. But some stories are worth melting for. Persia nowadays is known as Iran. Ooh, sounds like a charming place. I think someday I might like to visit it.
Olaf, I'm guessing you don't have much experience with today's news. Nope. Oh, hold on. Nope. Nope. But sometimes I like to close my eyes and imagine a beautiful scene a long time ago in Shushan.
A queen or two, a king who's slightly without a clue, cause Esther won't tell us that she's a Jew in Shushan. Haman has thought and picked out a date by casting lots, but he won't fulfill his nasty plot in Shushan. Watch and see if you agree that the Jews are in the right. With faith in our God, we'll win against the Agagites. That's Haman! And he wrote to Mordecai. He's that super charismatic guy in Shushan. Da-da, da-da, come on everybody. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. The Persians and Jews are both so intense. Put them together, it just makes sense. Esther's heroics deserve some acclaim Don't waste your time with that mean Haman! And this little play has something great for everyone. So come on and take heart and laugh at the funny parts. Time that we just let our fourth story start. It's Shushan!
Don't you dare!
In Shushan! Now, it happened long ago, in the days of King Ahasuerus. He ruled over 127 provinces, a big empire. And in the third year of his reign, the king gave a huge party for all of his royal people in his kingdom. Queen Vashti also gave a party for the women of the royal court. On the seventh day, when the king's heart was merry, he commanded his servants to bring Queen Vashti before him, wearing her royal robes and crown for all the people to see, for she was very beautiful. The king said, "Come, my dear, I shall dance along with you, like an agile peacock, like a chicken with the face of a monkey, I fly." All right, and now we're going to sing... Not Let It Go yet. Oh, here we go. Instead of do you want to build a snowman, it's do you want to dance for me? Because that's what the king wants. Vashti? Do you want to dance for me? Come on, let's go and dance. I never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away. I want you to do what I want, and now you're not. I wish you could tell me why. Do you want to dance for me? You really have to dance for me.
Oh, wait, Anna.
Okay, bye. Dance for me, ride our bikes around the halls. I think some company is overdue. I started talking to the statues on the walls. Hang in there, Xerxes. It gets a little lonely, partying without you dancing. I'm just watching the hours tick by. And so, the queen would not dance for the king. But Queen Vashti, she refused to appear for him. And Queen Vashti said, "Don't let them in, don't let them see. I will not dance for any man, especially one who is trying to command me to parade in front of all his friends at a silly party." When the king found out, he was pretty unhappy. The king said, "Why do you shut me out? Why do you shut the world out? What are you so afraid of?" And Queen Vashti said, "I am a queen and can control the snow and ice. I will not dance for just anyone." So the king said to Queen Vashti, "Then I will send you out into the cold. I hope you freeze out there." And Queen Vashti said, "Ha! The cold never bothered me anyway." And that was the end of Queen Vashti. But you can still sit up here. And the king said he was very sad. And he said, "Now what should I do without a queen?" And Haman said, "You'll find someone to take her place. Why don't you find all the beautiful and wise women in Shushan and have a beauty contest. The one who possesses both beauty and wisdom shall be your new queen. Now, there was a Jewish man in Shushan whose name was Mordecai. Mordecai had brought up Esther. Esther! The daughter of his uncle, for she was an orphan, and he had adopted her. So when all the women were gathered in Shushan, Esther was also taken to the palace for the first time in forever. The window is open, so's that door. Open, so's that door. I didn't know they opened like that. Who knew the king owned 8,000 salad plates? For years I wanted to be in these halls. I want a ballroom with lots of balls. Finally I'm going through the gates. I'll meet actual royal people. It'll be totally strange. Wow, am I so ready for this change? 'Cause for the first time in forever, there'll be music, there'll be light. For the first time in forever, I'll be dancing through the night. Don't know if I'm elated or gassy, but I'm somewhere in that zone. 'Cause for the first time in forever, I could be the queen. I can't wait to meet the king. What if I'm the one he chooses? Tonight imagine me gown and all, fetchingly draped against the wall, a picture of sophisticated grace. I suddenly see him standing there, our royal majesty, tall and fair. I want to stuff some chocolate hamantashen in my face. But then we laugh and talk all evening, which is totally bizarre. Nothing like the life I've led so far. For the first time in forever, there'll be magic, there'll be fun. For the first time in forever, I'll be noticed by the king. And I know it's totally crazy to dream I'd become queen. But for the first time in forever, at least I got a chance. Well, when the turn came for Esther to go into the king, she was taken before his throne, and King Ahasuerus fell madly in love with Queen Esther more than all of the maidens, so that he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. Then the king gave a great banquet, a great party to all of his nobles and servants in honor of the new queen. But Esther did not tell the king that she was Jewish. Esther, my dear, the king said, you look so beautiful. And now, we're all going to sing Love is an Open Door, and we don't have to change pretty much anything in this song, except instead of chocolate fondue, they're having chocolate hamantashen. It's a recurring theme in here. Here we go. And play. Can I say something crazy? I love crazy. I get to sing two parts in this one. All my life has been a series of doors in my face. Come on, everybody, and then suddenly I'm up into you. I was thinking the same thing, cause like I've been searching my whole life to find my own place. And maybe it's the party talking, or the chocolate hamantashen. But with you, I'm my place, I see your face, and it's nothing like I've ever known before. Love's an open door. Love's an open door. Love is an open door with you, with you, with you, with you. Love's an open After Esther became queen, King Ahasuerus promoted a man we all know, a man named Haman! And he made him his second in command above all the other princes of the court. And all the people throughout the town were kneeling and bowing before him, for such was the king's command. Only Mordecai would neither kneel nor bow. Mordecai said to him, I am a Jew, so I will not bow before you. When Haman saw Mordecai refuse to bow down, he was filled with anger. But he didn't want to just punish Mordecai alone, no. Instead, he decided he was going to destroy all the Jews, the people of Mordecai, throughout the entire kingdom of Ahasuerus, to fulfill his plan to destroy the Jews. Haman spoke to the king, Your Majesty, there is a certain people living in your kingdom who are really weird. They don't behave the way others behave. They have strange customs and unusual behaviors. And the king said, do they engage in sorcery? And Haman said, no, Your Majesty. Now then, if it pleases Your Majesty, let it be decreed that this people be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 pieces of silver to the king's treasury. And the king said, here, Haman, you can have my signet ring and do what you want to this people. And when Mordecai learned all that Haman he tore his clothes. He was so sad he went around the city of Shushan, mourning and crying and being so sad, and he was so loud and bitter with his crying. So Esther went up to him and said, tell me what's going on, Mordecai. Is it bad? And Mordecai said, Haman wants to destroy all of the Jews. You have to go tell the king and stop this plan. And Esther said, everyone knows that any man or woman who comes into the king's inner court without an invitation faces death, unless the king extends his golden scepter. And I haven't even seen the king in 30 days. Mordecai said, don't think that just because you live in the king's palace, you will be saved. And who knows whether it was not for a time like this that you have become the queen. And Esther responded, then go, gather all the Jews in Shushan and fast for me, and I will fast as you do. Then I will go see the king, even though it is against the law, and I will let it go, and let the king know that I am Jewish. Don't let them know you're a Jew. Well, now they have to know. hold me, can't get to me at all. It's time to see the king, to test my fears and break through. I've got to risk it all to save the Jews. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the Jewish people. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, proud to be a Jew. Let Haman's plan rage on. In every generation we find another foe. Tries to destroy us, you think by now they know. With faith in God we have survived, we kept our heritage alive. I'm going to see the king, Haman is gonna be stopped. Let it go, and I'll rise up to see the king. Let it go, that scared girl is gone. Here I stand, proud to be a Jew. Let Haman's plan rage on. Haman never bothered me anyway. After Esther had prayed and fasted, on the third day she put on her royal robes, and she entered the inner court of the palace. When King Ahasuerus lifted his eyes and saw Esther standing before him, he held out to Esther the golden scepter that was in his hand. Esther approached and touched the top of the scepter, and then the king said to her, "What is troubling you, Queen Esther? What is your request? Be it half the kingdom, I shall give it to you." And Esther said, "Would it be okay for you and Haman to come to a little private party in my chambers tonight?" The king and Haman came to the party as requested. "This is a really nice party, Your Majesty. I love your china pattern. Who knew you had 8,000 salad plates?" And the king said, "Come now, Esther, what is bothering you? Is it sorcery? Have you seen a monster?" Esther said, "The only monster here is Haman, who seeks to destroy me and all of my people." This made the king incredibly angry. How could you do that to the nice Jewish people? So he took Haman, and instead of letting him destroy the Jewish people, he destroyed him and sent him back to his kingdom in jail. Yeah. So King Ahasuerus revoked the evil words. This is the last time, so you gotta make it really important. He revoked the evil words of Haman. Come on, you guys can make it count even more. It's the last time we're saying his name. Haman! So they revoked his ruling and his ruling against the Jews. And the king appointed Mordecai as his new prime minister. And so on the 13th of Adar, when the Jews should have been destroyed, instead, all of our enemies were defeated. Look at him. Look at how defeated he is. Oh, what a wonderful story. Hands down, the best day of my life. All good things, all good things. And that's the end of our story.